You're listening to Press Start to Continue on Valley Free Radio, WXOJLP 103.3 FM in Northampton, Massachusetts. What's going on, everybody? This is Morlock, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue. This is 2 full hours of video game remixes in nerdcore hip-hop. We just heard Woodland Intermission by Morty and Slagon, and that is from the game Donkey Kong Country 2. And we started off with the Tectonic Records by Justin Tense, and that's from Donkey Kong Country 1. Or the original one. If you want to hear more Donkey Kong Country music, I have a full theme show called Gorilla Radio. I love that name. If you go to starttocontinue.com and just check out the theme shows, then you'll be able to see the Donkey Kong theme show. It's one of my favorite shows. I really love doing it. There's so much amazing music in Donkey Kong Country, in the Donkey Kong Country series, that can be remixed and made into so much good stuff. So check that out. If you want to get in touch with me, if you have any ideas for any requests for music, any ideas for music that I haven't played, if you have a suggestion for a theme show, I would love to hear from you. You can email me at pressstartmorlock@gmail.com. You can go to facebook.com/starttocontinue. And I am on Twitter a lot. That is at pressstartlock on there, and I stream. I'm trying to figure out a stream schedule. I almost have one down, but if you follow me on Twitch, that's pressstartmorlock on Twitch, then you'll be able to see that. I stream Twitch Sings a couple times a week. I play some games. Right now I'm in the middle of Hollow Knight, which is one of my favorite games, and of course I show mixing Press Start to Continue. So if you're interested in that, then follow me definitely on there. Next up, let's see, this is Abstract Bond by DJJD. It's from Mega Man 9, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue on Valley Free Radio.
about this game?
What's it rated? Let's see. T for teen with violence and suggestive themes? No.
Video games are fun, but not all games are right for all players. Look for the rating symbol in content descriptors and read the rating summaries that tell you what's actually in the game.
This one better?
Much.
For more information about ratings and rating summaries, visit esrb.org.
Yo, this is Lady J, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue.
Ba-da-da-dum. That was Follow the Sun by Dorito. John, there are a lot of remixers on this one. That's Dorito, John Stacy, Damien Nugan, Gamer of Winds, DS, and Bardic Knowledge. That was a remix from Nemesis 3, Follow the Sun. Before that was Au Clair de la Lune by Chernabog. Oh man, I don't know how to pronounce. If you go to starttocontinue.com or look in the show notes for this show, you'll see the spellings of all these names, and you won't think that I can't read. So Chernabog, let's say that, Audio Mocha, and Fearless, and that is from Golden Sun: The Lost Age. Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age are such great games. I love them so much. Before that, Neru's Hymn by Blind, and that is from Zelda Link to the Past. And we started off with Abstract Bond, a Mega Man 9 remix from DJJD. All the songs except for a couple actually are from Overclock Remix. If you are interested in video game remixes, video game music, stuff like that, then I highly suggest you go there. You need to go there. That's ocremix.org. All of the music is free. All of the music you can download as much as you want. They have like 15 or 16 gigs of just music on this site. And the best thing is there, if you want to catch up, there is a torrent of all of their music. So you can just torrent every piece of their music. I've done that, and it's great. So yeah, let's see what is up next. This is called My Friend the Wind by CZYSZY. Why did you do this to me? Let's say CZ, and that is from Denta Twin B. Games I've never heard of, but the music is great. You're listening to Press Start to Continue. if you like sea shanties, if you like accordion music, then you should always look up Secret of Monkey Island remixes. There are some really, really funny ones there. There's some really interesting stuff they do. So that was called Three-Headed Monkey Combat by Yifisich. I'm just batting 1,000 today. Yifisich, from Monkey Island 2. Before that was No Rain in the Desert by Chicken Warlord Leon Lemon, and it's also featuring Brandon Strader and Tubers McGee. That is some heavy-hitting Overclock remixers there. That is from the album Lime of the Seasons, so it's from Oracle of Seasons, one of my favorite Zelda games that never gets enough love. And we start off with My Friend the Wind by CZ, and that is from Denta Twin B. Continuing on, let's see, this is Forest at Night by Belays. It's from Super Mario World 2. Yoshi's Island is one of the best games. All these games, and trust me, I didn't go through all these things like I love this one and this one and this one. Usually I put my music on random, see what comes up, and if I like it, then I put in the show. So this is Force at Night, Belays, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and you're listening to Press Start to continue. That was Heart of the Sacred Grove by Rebecca E. Tripp and Gamer of Winds from Zelda Twilight Princess. Before that was a Command and Conquer remix on the Prowl redo from Scott Peoples, and we start off with Fortress at Night by Belays, and that is from Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. First, I want to remind you, if you want to know more about the show, go to starttocontinue.com, and you can hear past shows, you can see the show notes, which I have all of the musics laid out in links, so you can find where it is, artist names, and links to their stuff, and interviews, which I'm mentioning now because next hour, I have an interview with Lex the Lexicon Artist, a great nerdcore rapper. Definitely check that out. It's going to be the first part of my interview because it was a great but long interview. So this is going to be the first part in the second hour here. The next part is going to be next week, and but if you want to hear the full uncut version, which is about like an hour 15, then you can go to starttocontinue.com/interviews and check that out. That's going to be online when this show goes up. So you've got one more, a really short one, but I really wanted to play it. This is from DuckTales, the new DuckTales show. It's in the second season. It's been renewed for a third. It is one of my favorite shows now. And if you liked DuckTales back in the day, or if you just like kind of action adventure but comedic cartoons, then you should really check this out. The best thing about this show is that the people making it have a great love of the entire franchise, all the way back to the Barks comics and the video game. In the last episode before this, in the Christmas episode, Scrooge actually does the pogo hop to hurt someone, to get an enemy. And in this song and this episode, it's set on the moon. So of course, they have the moon theme from DuckTales, the video game, playing throughout the show. And then we have this really sweet lullaby from Della Duck. And I'm gonna get her name wrong, but she's played by Paget Brewster. You just gotta listen to this, and remember, again, Lex the Lexicon Artist is on next hour, along with some great nerdcore. Don't go away. You're listening to Press Start to continue.
Look to the stars, my darling baby boys. Life is strange and vast, filled with wonders and joys. Face each new sun with eyes clear and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you.
Hey, it's Archie and Ben from Popular Geekery.
And you're listening to Press Start to Continue.
WXOJ 103.3.
In Northampton, Massachusetts.
But sure, but I mean,
If
you can
you
listen to it
choose to
anywhere in
be.
the country. I mean, it's not limited to Northampton.
I was under the impression that we were in the information age.
Hey guys, this is IQ. You're listening to Press Start Continue on Pulse Radio, the beat of Lake County.
My chance, I'ma shine, leave a stamp. If you're thinking that I can't, take a glance. It's my move, it's my show, it's my dance. Watch me glow, check my stance. Rock and roll, sepsis band. I'm in season, I'm the champ, yeah. I'ma push the pedal, I'ma pull the fucking throttle. And I'm a fucking model, spin your head round like a bobblehead. Hatred is a compliment, I don't have a problem. But the problem's when you think I'm cute, but I'm sharpening bobby pins. I'm so cool, I'm so fly, electric blue, and I'm feeling alright. I'm so chill though, I can't lie. I'm so for real though, I don't even try. I don't really care that we're in space in your head. I would rather go and make a dent in your head. I don't have to spare for the things that I said. Rather take it to the higher, take it to the bread. Up, down, left, right, hurry up, select, start the game, my nigga. Up, down, left, right, oh. God, is that good?
Okay. Player 2 with the deuce. With some niggas knock your tooth loose. I know the code like websites. H&M for they blues clues. Running out, hit 'em with needleless. Wibbity wobbly, beat 'em up. Bibbity bobbity, bury the body. Aim in the air and I end in the party. Yeah. Niggas is hating the swag. Putting my hand in the bag. You pussy niggas wearing drag. Put their body in the bag. Goody bars never lag. Out of world and you laid on me. Pour it out for your dead homie. Ain't nothing you can take from me. Beat it up so your mama know me. When I find the code, you already know that we on. Yes, we in my mode, paper full of dro. Now we gone. This Konami code, me and Wolfie gone. Got some fun. Yes, we on the road, trying to get the goal, and you not. Up, down, left, right, hurry up, select, start the game, my nigga. Up, down, left, right, oh, we are looking at it good.
I'm running low, but I'm on the run. And it won't be till I miss that we call this thing done. Running low on this full fucking mood. So let's all you party people turn to party people nude.
We running hot when we hit the spot. It's hip hop, it ain't what you thought. Hell no it's not, and we hot to trot. Cause the south side kicking it, and clearly you want.
It's like you're running 25 in a 45 zone. Completely mesmerized by the fact that I got show. I get so gratified by your lack of control. Don't think it's justified, cause your faculties are low. Running out the door, jog my mind. I got my keys, my smokes, yo, I'm ready for a good time. Running low on wishes, fuck these dirty dishes. I do away with you beaches.
Like a pit bull at a Michael Vick brawl. Kick 'em down like a red rubber kickball. Running full speed, face first into a brick wall. Beta society down with Alan Thicke.
Criminalize the bastard that are too slow. I'm running cause I got someplace I got to go. I tried to zen out and let the future flow. Ah, fuck it, I guess I'll just reload.
Running low.
Running low on juice and snacks. So here's a 20 for a 40 and a handy value snack pack.
I'm running low, foe on the flow. So I got some more at the grocery store.
I'm running out of seconds and minutes and hours. I guess it's the last time I use the dark power. Running low on crackers. And I don't believe in the Green Bay Packers.
I'm running all over fucking town. And I don't even know who's around or who's down.
I'm running out of strength, I'm sick know when I got the runs. Doesn't matter, here I sit and I'll be shitting till I'm done,
Don't
son.
taste me, bro, I ain't crazy, yo. But it's amazing that you could never faze me, though. I'm feeling lazy and my eyes are hazy, so I'm about to roll, running low like Patrick Swayze. I'm low, running low like Patrick Swayze. I'm running low like Patrick Swayze. I'm running low like Patrick Swayze. Running low like Patrick Swayze. Running low like Patrick Swayze. I'm running low.
Whoa, I do it for the culture. If I die before my time, just know I loved ya. Whoa, I do it for my brothers. Family doesn't always have the same color. Whoa, I do it for the culture. If I die before my time, just know I loved ya. Whoa, I do it for my brothers. Family doesn't always have the same color.
I got homies who got homies that were killed by the police. Even in the desert, there are victims to the cold streets. There's no peace, that's what the news reports. Too much violence in the long run, life is super short. We need a superhero, someone to believe in or idolize to try to fight off all the world's demons. Dynamite explosions, people scared of screaming. Every time that there's a bombing, it blows my heart to pieces. The diseases and the chemtrails, pollution that we breathe in. Not to mention, Lord knows what they prescribe us and they feed us. Building more jails and schools in the land of free. It's the ones behind the bars are the only ones that see it. Thank Jesus we got the artists, the poets, and the dreamers. These people are truly leaders. The politicians are cheaters. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out or peep it. My job's to spill the secrets directly into your speakers.
Whoa, I do it for the culture. If I die before my time, just know I loved ya. Whoa, I do it for my brothers. Family doesn't always have the same color. Whoa, I do it for the culture. If I die before my time, just know I loved ya. Whoa, I do it for my brothers. Family doesn't always have the same color.
They're shooting up schools and churches. Doesn't matter the color of who was murdered, there's still a person. Can't sweep that under the rug or close the curtains while there's questions unanswered and families hurting. What's the purpose of free speech if we can't say nothing? What's the purpose of democracy if we can't change nothing? The youth going world painting if we can't love them. I think a lot of kids nowadays feel they ain't wanted. Look, it's time to be the difference. Maybe then we'll see the difference. Get past our differences, let it be and see the vision. If we can listen to our hearts, we can defeat the sinning. Until we have that achievement, you can catch me wishing, 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 wishing.
Whoa, I do it for the culture. If I die before my time, just know I loved ya. Whoa, I do it for my brothers. Family doesn't always have the same color. Whoa, I do it for the culture. If I die before my time, just know I loved ya. Whoa, I do it for my brothers. Family doesn't always have the same color.
Yo, good evening, everybody. This is Morlock, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue. We got a full hour of Nerdcore, and it's a special show because I got to talk to a great artist. I'll get to that in a second. We just heard For the Culture by Bag of Tricks Cat. That is featuring Henny Flats, and that is from Bag of Tricks Cat's album Cats Out of the Bag. Before that was Runnin' Low by Southside from Liquors, and we started off with Konami Code by Sepsis, featuring Melissa Wolf and Mr. Goodbars. If you want to know anything about any of these artists, you can go to starttocontinue.com. There you'll find links to all of their stuff and past interviews I've had and past shows. It's a great place. You should go check it out. If you want to get in touch with me, I am Morlock. If you want to get in touch with me, you can email me, pressstartmorlock at gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitch, which is also Press Start Morlock. In there, I stream mixing the show, as I'm doing right now, actually. And you can also go on Twitter. It's at Press Start Lock. And on Facebook, it's facebook.com/start to continue. I post links to the show and stuff there as well. So if you're using that, let's see. Like I said, tonight is special because I got to interview Lex, the Lexicon Artist. We're gonna listen to a few of her songs, talk to her about her journey through being an artist and what all that means. And we talked for so long, and there was so much interesting stuff. I could only cut it down to like an hour. So, this tonight is going to be part 1 of our interview. And then next week we're gonna do part 2. If you want to hear the full interview uncut, and especially because even splitting it into 2, I had to cut out some really cool stuff. So go to starttocontinue.com/interviews. The full hour 20-minute, I think, interview is up there right now. So check that out. This right now is Everybody. That's by Shakealicious, Billy the Fridge, Blip, and OG Don Vito. Is from the album Roll a 20 Records, the mixtape, and you are listening to Press Start to Continue.
Roll a 20 Records is up in this bitch. Woo! Shakealicious. What? Don Vito, the motherfucking OG, Billy the Fridge, and Blip the malcontent alchemist. Who got a little bit of nerd in him, who's online putting work in, 24/7, 365, who love it when we make it live. Yo, I'm swinging to the scene like the bionic commando, with my shirt off, looking like a fat Rambo. I'm the man though, when your chick know, and I ain't trying to tease with that ugly ass hoe. So I turn my faded head to the left, to the back, then walk up to your man like, where's the liquor at? Yes sir. Trying to get fucked up till I'm calling on the floor, drinking from a sippy cup. Now everyone's being awkward, I'm dressed like Chewbacca, walking on my hands and my feet thinking I'm bonkers. Don't make me shock ya, I'm just trying to have a good time too, with my friends to kick a few rhymes. And it's new time, bounce out with the redhead cutie with the big booty, thinking I'm a loony. Nah, I'ma switch it back to Mac mode, then take her home and show my special attacks. Yo, who got a little bit of nerd in him, who's online putting work in, 24/7, 365, who love it when we make it live. Yeah.
On that West Coast geeks to rap, check my credentials. Been known to get vengeful and vent on instrumentals. It's incidental, no charges gon' stick to me. Give me the sword and I'ma score another victory. Picture me a loser, let's face it, I can feast on defeat, I still wouldn't taste it. I'm abrasive, but I'm not a bully, damn it. Well, maybe half bully, other half woolly, man. Only habits that I have is hogging microphones and giving dogs a bone, so leave your wife at home. I am violent, so keep your distance. I'm the type to feed some lions to the Christians. It's my mission, they say it is impossible, but I'm unstoppable, eat it like a pasta bowl. I'm a monster, more cookie than Cody. It's still gonna take more than a whoopie to hold.
Who got a little bit of nerd in him, who's online putting work in, 24/7, 365, who love it when we make it live.
I love the nerd girls who are all about hip-hop. 5 years ago they all just listened to Slipknot. It makes their panties moist when I talk about a hack job. I'm working online while these pussy rappers whack off. Beam in my glass while I fiend for the cash. This scene isn't whack, we just dreaming of crack. Like Billy shaking me, we really make him see the illy. Blatantly, we kill, we rape, you bleed. So don't complain to me, I'm just repping my set. You're too private to post it, salute and say yes sir. Bet first on who's refreshing Nerdcore. I ain't calling no one out, we don't want to turn for. Once your mom back policy, we don't return whore. You've heard all the tracks, but we slept after your first 4. No one wants a piece, but I just cut you a portion. Swallow that, baby, it's a lyrical abortion.
Who got a little bit of nerd in him, who's online putting work in, 24/7, 365, who love it when we make it live.
I'm substitute teaching a boring math class. Brats better shut up or they're gonna be tear gas. Mr. Whoever me hold you down and make you drink this liquid, the chemicals in it are radioactive. You'll be tripping, I want to attack shit. You might grow a tail, your ears might bleed. Don't worry, these symptoms only last 6 weeks.
Get the fuck in the line, let's do this one at a time. Mutating teenagers so they'll commit crimes. After you're turned into freaks taking orders, we rounding you up and going back to the fortress. Rigorous tests and injections await. We'll force you to watch violent images for days. You'll be trained how to aim a fake weapon. Destined for laser gun lesson sessions. Don't ask no questions, you don't have a voice. We do what we want, there's no motherfucking choice. School prepares you for your future, right? Well, school's over, this is your future life. Attention all students, listen and do this. Report to the auditorium, now move it. The killers are here, taking over this bitch. We making zombies out of high school kids. Attention all students, listen and do this. Report to the auditorium, now move it. The killers are here, taking over this bitch. We making zombies out of high school kids.
A deadly army, high school zombies in the streets.
What you gonna do? Call the police? They can't be stopped. We own their thoughts. They might just bite. They might eat your brain sometime tonight.
16 years old, blood flows ice cold, eyes are bright red.
To stop her, you have to cut off her head. Will you do that? To save your own ass? Kill your kids? Decapitate them so that you can live? Attention all students, listen and do this. Report to the auditorium, now move it. The killers are here, taking over this bitch. We making zombies out of high school kids. Attention all students, listen and do this. Report to the auditorium, now move it. The killers are here, taking over this bitch. We making zombies out of high school kids. Attention all students, listen and do this. Report to the auditorium, now move it. The killers are here, taking over this bitch. We making zombies out of high school kids. Attention all students, listen and do this. Report to the auditorium, now move it. The killers are here, taking over this bitch. We making zombies out of high school kids.
Hey Mom, how about this game?
What's it rated? Let's see. T for teen with violence and suggestive themes? No.
Video games are fun, but not all games are right for all players. Look for the rating symbol and content descriptors, and read the rating summaries that tell you what's actually in the game.
This one better?
Much.
For more information about ratings and rating summaries, visit esrb.org.
This is Game Breaks, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue.
She sold flowers in the streets, cause flowers bring us peace. And when I finally met her, she was sweet enough to eat. Beautiful, brown hair, ponytail, pink dress, red bow, baby girl was looking like a princess. I saw an angel like I fell into a church. She fell into my heart, now I'm trying to put in work. She told me of a past guy, said I looked familiar. Then she started being distant and acting all peculiar. Tried to change the subject, said he wasn't me. Told her I was different, I would never leave. And she's unique, no one like her on the planet. A single opportunity, I had to take advantage. And she was positive, bubbly, fun. Compliments me perfectly, she could be the one. I thought about it, and then I started panicking. Cause baby girl could be my final fantasy. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. Baby girl could be mine, final fantasy, yeah. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. So baby, won't you be mine, final fantasy, yeah. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. Baby girl could be special. Always was a hard nose, had to play the rebel. Back when we were kids, I told her I'd protect her, and she was so much like me, I always did respect her. She used to sneak out, and we'd stare up into space, get lost in the future when I stare into her face. I guess I always knew that we should be together, man. I traveled around the world and I never could forget her. Dark brown hair hung down to her legs, and her eyes were brown with that hint of red. I can tell her how I feel and I don't know why, and she hides her feelings well cause she's so damn shy. She's positive, confident, perfect to the letter. She compliments my strengths and she makes me so much better. I thought about it and then I started panicking, cause baby girl could be my final fantasy. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. Baby girl could be my final fantasy, yeah. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. So baby won't you be my final fantasy, yeah. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. Baby girl could be my final fantasy, yeah. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. So baby won't you be my final fantasy, yeah. Thought about the third girl, she was something different. Something stood out about her like the other women. Man, she didn't seem to like me, but that made me more curious. She called the girl cute, only made her more furious. She 5'3", bob cut, black hair, and 5 years younger, but I never really cared. See, she cocky, confident, always self-reliant, and even if she knows she wrong, she still remain defiant. She's spontaneous, fun, and maybe even wild. Had me flying like a shuriken when I seen her smile. A tough talker, but gentle like a white rose. And when I look at her, I see a light glow. She's so clever, I had to get nearer. She's so much like me, feels like I'm looking in a mirror. I thought about it, and then I started panicking, cause baby girl could be my final fantasy. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. Baby girl could be my final fantasy, yeah. Baby girl could be mine, be mine. So baby won't you be my final fantasy, yeah, yeah.
Yo. You ever listen to something that just triggered all kinds of memories from the past? Music is really amazing that way. Man, that's what this beat did for me. Check it out. I swear this song wrote itself, bro. Just came together and it stuck like some Velcro. Takes me back to the days of them shell toes. Stash pocket jeans, ears ringing from the show. When I didn't have a worry in the world. Trying to figure out how to be popular with girls. Man, I used to rock that S-curl all the time. Had me looking fly. Back then I was a different guy. Used to be up all night playing different games. Xbox, PS2, you know the names. Love getting down on Soakum Navy SEALs. Me, Pete, and Rich were together, we chill. TWC, racking all kinds of kills. Mad skills, felt like time was at a standstill. Yeah, them were some good old times. Playing on repeat in my mind. Back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day. Back in the day, all the things we used to say. Stuff that we would build, time that we would waste. Back in the day. 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 Yeah. Back in the day. In the day. Yo. Let's go even further back. Before the 7th grade pick, Jordan jersey with the turtleneck. Used to beg to go to Crazy Larry's, cause renting games for NES and Genesis was necessary. Too bad those days were only temporary. So many hours being sedentary. It was the best. Me, Rob, and Brian renting games on a quest, assembling our stack for that anime fest. It was a marathon of watching animation and playing games on 3DO and PlayStation. So many memories are flooding in. All the good times I had as a kid. Back on the old block with the Cardozas, which I kept in touch more after we moved out. But that's life. Revolving door, people going in and out. Tell me if you know what that's about. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, all the things we used to say, stuff that we would build, time that we would waste. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah. Back in the day.
In the day.
High school on the swim team. Came to Ottawa Hills when I was 16. Didn't know that I was gonna meet the homies for life. Glad we turned out alright. Those days shaped me into the man that I am. Wouldn't change it all for anything, word to my grams. Hopefully one day you'll see me from the stands. Till then I'll keep pushing this pen, yeah. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, all the things we used to say, stuff that we would build, time that we would waste. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah. Back in the day.
In the day.
Oh man, I got so many stories I could tell from a long time ago. All those childhood stories. Maybe I'll get to them all by the time I'm done rapping. So many good times were had.
That was BITD from RMS 616. Before that was B, My Feast of the Damned. It's the Masterminds Darkstalkers Vampire Savior mashup by Dr. Awkward from an Unlimited Endless Power remixes. Before that, Zombie High School by the Killers from Grandpa. This is a long one. Grandpa Funny Books Mixtapingly Arranged Rapping Song Album 2 Didactic Dynamite. And we start off with Everybody. That's by Shakelicious, Billy the Fridge, Blip, and OG Don Vio from Roll20 Records. The mixtape, and now we get to hear some music from Lex the Lexicon Artist. Like I said before, this is part one of our interview. We talk about this first song, which is Artist Anthem, and then Psych Major. We talk about Nerdcore and everything, and being a person of color artist, and being a women artist in this industry and in this genre, in this scene, as we'll find out. So it's really interesting, and I wanted to talk to her, especially during Women's History Month. I did some interviews for Black History Month, so I thought this would be really awesome too. So we start off with Artist Anthem. It's by, of course, Lex the Lexicon Artist from her album Raging Ego. It's produced by Cloth and Pop. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back after the interview.
Aw, yeah, I am an artist. I am free. I am an artist. It's all about me. I write my own songs, and I'm doing it well. I am an artist, and I hate myself. I wake up in the morning, and I wish I was dead. It's taking all my motivation just to get out of bed. I'm so high, living like $1 million in debt. You don't become an artist till you're fucked in the head. So don't believe me when I say I'm fine. I live in tragedy all the time, and it's easy when I don't know why I put my sanity on the line. No, my empathy has all but died. I can't remember how to cry. So if you see me when I'm on the mic, just passive and devoid of compassion, disproportionately expressing the annoying attraction I have for sadomasochistic boys in the sack. So don't believe me when I say I'm fine. I live in tragedy all the time, and it's easy when I don't know why I put my sanity on the line. Now my empathy has all but died. I can't remember how to cry. So if you see me when I'm on the mic, just know I'm bleeding deep inside and not saying, oh, I need professional help. I'm an artist and I hate myself. I said, oh, I need professional help. I am an artist and I hate myself. I said, oh, I need professional help. I am an artist and I hate myself. I said, oh, I need professional help. I am an artist and I hate myself. Oh, we thought of offing ourselves. We made our art but put our lives on the shelf. It's like, yo, see, all I wanted was fame, but maybe fame and misery are one and the same. Like, maybe I should just give up on the game. I should save myself the strain of ever going insane and making the change, abstaining from pain and any danger. I could waste my brain and make the whole world safer. No, believe me when I say I'm fine. I live in apathy all the time, and it's easy when I don't know why I put my vanity on the line. And my antipathy is clandestine. You'll never catch me out of line. But if you see me when I'm on the mic, just know I'm going out my mind and not saying, oh, I need professional help. I'm an artist and I hate myself. I said, oh, I need professional help. I am an artist and I hate myself. I said, oh, I need professional help. I am an artist and I hate myself. I said, oh, I need professional help. I am an artist and I hate myself.
Artist Anthem by Lex the Lexicon Artist, produced by Clop and Pop, and that is from our album Raging Ego, and I'm really happy to have Lex on the show tonight. Thank you so much for being on.
Hello, Morlock. Thanks for having me. I am Lex the Lexicon Artist. Yay!
Yay!
And the crowd goes wild.
The stadium goes nuts. Why are they
Amazing.
throwing the folding chairs?
Why are they throwing the nuts?
So the nuts.
Got off on a good start here.
Excellent start, definitely. Yeah, it's really cool to have you on Press Start to Continue. We've been playing your music for a little while, and it's been really great. And
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. It's always
It's an honor. My pleasure's all mine.
you
I'm
have-
super happy that you picked up on my stuff and
Oh,
you've
definitely.
been playing it for such a long time. I always retweet your posts when they come out. When you have podcasts that have my stuff on it, I'm like, oh yay, it's another one of these, and
I'm glad you like
Very
it.
happy.
It's yeah, it's really great because you have a really distinctive style, which I really enjoy. And
I'm so glad you do.
yeah, definitely. But first thing I want to ask you is Lex the Lexicon Artist. Where'd that come from?
Came from trying to figure out a tale for my name because I initially was just Lex, but that's obviously not Google searchable. So I mentioned this in Peep Game. No, I don't mention it in Peep Game. I mentioned it in another song called Spell Check, where I say that initially I started off with Lex, but I added the Lexicon Artist because I was not Google searchable and I needed to get my foot in the Google search engine door. So the Lexicon Artist comes from a combination of two words, lexicon, which means vocabulary, con artist, trickster. And so I came up with these two words and put them together and had the ultimate meaning become kind of like a trickster with words, like a player of words.
Yeah.
It's kind of long, but at the same time, there are people who have longer tails of names. Like, I don't know if you know Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Like, that's way longer than what I have. So I think I'm in the clear.
I actually don't know that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Del is he's a hip hop artist / funk artist.
Oh yeah, I know him, but I just don't know the story of his name.
Yeah, like, he I don't know the story of his name, but I mean, he just goes by Dell, right? Like I
Yeah.
just go by Lex, but like if you want to find him on Google, you got to search Dell the Funky Homo Sapien, and like everyone knows who that is.
Of
So
course.
I mean, that's kind of like the goal of my of having this little tail or AKA to my name, so to speak. It might change in the future. I don't know. Like on Twitter, I go by Lex the Con Artist because it's shorter.
Mm.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like that should be my name, like just Lex the Con Artist, like because it's shorter and not like a huge mouthful to say.
Yeah.
Rebranding is kind of difficult, and I rebranded from Lex to what I have now. Uh, May of 2017, so like pretty early on. So I don't know if I want to rebrand again until I've made like a big step and gained like a whole bunch of new fans. So, but
Yeah.
currently, I think it's like working out pretty well. There are people who like always call me Lex the Lexicon instead of Lex the Lexicon Artist, and it's just annoying that they leave out the artist thinking that it's not part of the name. But
Yeah.
oh well, whatever. I think it gets the idea across, and I don't want to be just Lexicon because like that's not searchable either. Like you search for lexicon, you're gonna get the
Like a book
audio
or
brand, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Or like just the dictionary definition. Like there's an audio company called Lexicon, and there is also a word called lexicon. So I'm just like, I don't want to go by that, but I
Yeah.
also am trying to figure out how to brand myself better. For now, I think this works, and I'm happy with it. It's just quite long.
I mean,
Well, now you know the origin of my feelings of my own name. That's
it's
pretty
very
deep already.
very complex. There are a lot of levels there,
And-
like a parfait or
yeah.
something.
Okay, like a trifle. You know what that is?
Yeah. Like a trifle.
Yeah, and a con artist always makes excuses and like
Oh, totally.
finds justifications for like whatever they're doing. So like I'm justifying creating my own name, and I think that qualifies to me as like me being a trickster and like creating like images of myself, which is pretty much what I do as a rapper. Is like creating a cult of myself, like a cult of personality
What do you
to follow. So
can you speak more on that?
of
Like
course,
a cult of personality. What do you mean?
so the way I brand my Patreon and also my other things. So on my Patreon, I'll call myself a cult of personality.
Hmm.
That term, kind of falls under a lot of like the evil people in the world that have existed in the past, like Kim Jong Un, like kind of
Yeah,
cultivate
strong
the
men.
cult of personality, right?
Yeah.
So that people like believe in him and like kind of follow him blindly.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that I want my fans to follow me blindly, but I want my fans to kind of be a part of my cult and to kind of follow me because I'm me,
Hmm.
because they like me and because they like me as a person and because they like all of the intricacies and personalities that go under all the music that I'm creating, so that they're following the artist because they like the artist as opposed to because they like the sound. So a lot of what I do is kind of contrary to some of what other people do, or other musicians, for example. Like
Okay.
there are a lot of musicians that I know who are trying to chase a certain sound because they want to get placed on like Spotify playlists or be placed in an advertisement and things like that. Like objectively, these things are great for exposure, right?
Yeah.
But my idea is that doesn't necessarily create longevity of your career, because trends only last for 3 or 4 years. Like, think about dubstep, right? Like, dubstep hit its peak in, like, 2013. Do
Yeah.
you even hear any dubstep on the radio anymore? Like,
God,
my guess
no.
is no. And then like, and the electronic festivals, like, people like Skrillex and Deadmau5. Deadmau5 is not dubstep, but, like, Skrillex
Yeah.
definitely for sure. Like, he brought that into the mainstream, right?
Totally.
Like, even festivals like that, like, they've already passed their prime, so dubstep as a sound only really lasted in the mainstream for about like let's say 4 years, and then now it's not really a thing anymore. So at that time, I bet there are a lot of, burgeoning EDM artists who are like, okay, I want to chase this wave, I want to ride this wave, so I'm going to create dubstep music.
Yeah.
Because that is the sound that they believe people wanted to hear at the time. But now that it's not popular anymore,
Yeah, then they're stuck.
they don't have the longevity. Like, their fans are not looking to hear that stuff anymore. They've moved on to the next trend. Like, the next trend to, like, today, the trend in mainstream is like stuff like Post Malone, like
Yeah.
auto-tune, like, trap, like rap vocals and things like that. Chase that now. But if you chase that, that's gonna blow over eventually. And then people are just gonna move on to the next new thing. So my goal as an artist and as a music creator and really as like an entertainer, because I don't envision myself only sticking to music. I want to create more things like short films or fiction,
Oh, neat.
memoirs and things like that. Yeah, I can get into that more if you want
Yeah,
to
definitely.
later.
Yeah.
But like I've always seen myself not just as a musician, but also as a personality and an entertainer, which is what I bring into my performance. Like I am a very like stage presence heavy performer. In fact,
That is
like
true.
most people know me for like my like live presence, right?
It
Like
is
I'm not
very
saying that my
true.
oh, thank you. Like I'm not saying that like my recordings are bad. I think my recordings are good, but I think like to experience the full experience of Lex, you have to see it live. So so the personality is a really big thing
Yeah.
because well, me and like a couple of other friends that I know who also create music, their goal is to have their fans follow them as people so that no matter what kind of music I make, today we're going to listen to a whole bunch of different like, genres of music that were created by me and like, the producers that I work with. So Artist Anthem is totally different in genre from Psych Major, is totally different in genre from Mob's Explosion. But what all those three things have in common is my voice and it's me. It's coming from me. It's a perspective of me. It's like, coming from my brain. So no matter what style of music I decide to put out, if people like the person behind it, then I will never go out of fashion because they will always want to hear what I have to say. Does that make sense? I know that it was like a really long-winded explanation.
No, it's
but essentially,
interesting.
I want people to follow the person and not the sound. Does that make sense?
Well, let's listen to something right now. Psych Major.
Yeah.
So you were talking about that before, the blues progression and how that differs from, it obviously differs from Artist Anthem, which is on the same album, Raging Ego. So this is Psych Major by Lex the Lexicon Artist, who we're talking to right now, and it's produced by Michael Cahill from Raging Ego, and you're listening to Press Start to continue.
I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you need. I know exactly where you're from. I know exactly what you mean. Why? 'Cause I'm a psych major and I'm a mind-reading machine. Woo! Some people ask me what I do. Some people ask me where I work. They ask me where I went to school. Sometimes they ask me with a smirk. And when I tell them that I went to UC Berkeley and I majored in psychology, they turn into jerks, cause they don't think that I can tell. Their condescending tone of voice. They think they're doing so well. They think I made a bad choice. What they don't know is that I analyze their actions and I plan my interactions for the sake of satisfaction and voice. I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you need. I know exactly where you're from. I know exactly what you mean. Why? 'Cause I'm a psych major and I'm a mind-reading machine. Woo! I know I'm naturally smart, but lack the talent of Descartes. See, I'm the master of the heart. I have a Bachelor of Arts. I know my models of attachment and the causes of attraction. I could even break it down to its parts. But I can see you're not impressed by the degree that I possess. And based on how you view success, why you might think it's useless. What you don't know is that I see your inhibitions and your deepest superstitions, all the broken dreams you're keeping repressed. I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you need. I know exactly where you're from. I know exactly what you mean. Why? 'Cause I'm a psych major and I'm a mind-reading machine. Woo! From the hard science guys to the social science haters, you're trying to hate on me 'cause I'm a social psych major. I can't write code, but I sure can write papers, and I know you're weird as fetish and your most pathetic failure. So come on, baby, let me analyze you. Let me find out what has traumatized you. I can read you like an open book, 'cause I'm a Berkeley psych major, baby. Don't be shook. Why? I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you need. I know exactly where you're from. I know exactly what you mean. Why? 'Cause I'm a psych major and I'm a mind-reading machine. Woo! I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you need. I know exactly where you're from. I know exactly what you mean. Why? 'Cause I'm a psych major and I'm a mind reading. I'm a psych major and I'm a mind reading. I'm a psych major and I'm a mind reading machine. Woo!
That was Psych Major by Lex the Lexicon Artist. It was produced by Michael Cahill from her album Raging Ego. And Lex is on Press Start to Continue right now. Again, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me. This has been fun so far.
Hell yeah. So, Psych Major, can you tell us about that? Like its beginnings, or like how you produced it?
Sure. Psych major is weird in that it like is it's structured not like a rap song, and it's structured not really like and it doesn't sound like a hip hop song. Like there's rapping in it, but it doesn't sound really like something that you would be used to seeing. And the reason for this is I don't know how I came up with the I know exactly what you want. Da, 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 I know exactly what you need. Like I don't know how I came up with that, but it just popped into my head. And I think that riff actually came to me like quite a long time ago in 2017, like September of 2017, I think. I started wanting to write a song about my major, like a psych major, because a lot of people asked me like, oh, what did you go to school for? And it's like, a common question to ask someone. And then their follow-up question would always be like, oh, how does your work relate to your major? And I got kind of tired of hearing that, because I didn't study psychology. I studied it because it was fun,
Yeah.
And so I thought it was important to kind of poke at that a little bit, like kind of make a tongue-in-cheek poke at the people who are questioning me for the choice that I made in my college major. And it's also like an extremely nerdy thing to write about, like, oh, what did you study in college, and like I think that this really qualifies as a nerdcore song, because it is, you know um it is nerdy in the way that I am nerdy. Like I am a nerd and I know this and this and that about psychology, but also it's like quite funny, because it's making fun of the people who, are claiming that I chose a useless major,
Yeah.
And like, while I don't perform it live very much and I plan to do it more, my goal for this song was really to create a song that kind of like rebuts everything that people say to question my choice in major. And for some reason, it became a 12-bar blues song. Are you familiar with like 12-bar chord progression?
Yeah.
Just like, right, just like the typical like blues rock music.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be fun to just like write a blues song. And so I wrote it, and I know how to program music on MIDI, and I know how to write songs. So essentially I wrote the whole psych major song, but I didn't play any of the instruments on it. I didn't, produce the actual track. My friend Michael Kill did all of that. So like he's known for creating like very like garage punk slash, full hip hop or surf punk sounding like music.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, can you make this sound great, because I don't know how to better than I could have ever imagined. And our mixing engineer Cecil played keys on that, and so there's like layers of like keys and guitar and like drums and everything, and it ended up just sounding like very like 80s like surf punky. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's even, yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
kind of, yeah.
that's like of how the song came about, by the way. So now you get like, the history of why I decided to write the song, and also how the song was created. And it came about very fast. After I set out the demo and after Michael Kill programmed everything, everything just like came together, and I decided to like sing a little bit on the track too, like on the chorus, and it like sounded better than I expected it to sound. Like I don't sing very much, but I'm singing more. I'm trying to sing more.
Oh, good. So what? So you just while you were writing it, you just happened upon the blues progression. You're just like, oh, that makes sense. Or was that something that you were trying to go to?
I think it was the first one. I think it was, oh, that makes sense. Like I think it was just like I wasn't trying to write a blues song. I was like, I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you need. And it just like became that.
Huh.
I wasn't trying to create a blues song, but it just fit. And it fit better than I could have ever imagined. So why not?
So you mentioned before that you were doing the music and you were also thinking about doing like video or something like that. Can you go more into that?
Yeah, so I already make music videos for the Lex songs. Like I've made a
Yes.
music video for Peep Game, I've made a music video for Glasses, and I also made a music video for Psych Major that's coming out in March. So
Oh.
I'm pretty excited about that. So I did want to talk about that a little bit. I was like working on it for the last couple of weeks, but we sketched out like a storyboard, we filmed it, and I rented an office, and it's a really interesting storyline that I think like is going to resonate with people.
Mhm.
Like it basically chronicles my rise to fame and my fall from fame as a famous psychologist. It's like a really like silly and goofy concept, but I think it's gonna be the best music video so far. So I'm pretty excited to like release that. But other than
When
that,
is that
sorry,
dropping?
go ahead.
Oh, oh,
March, I think. Like my goal is mid March before South by Southwest, so that I have something to promote at South by. So people can be like, "Oh, that person," and then
nice.
they can YouTube it and find that music video. So my goal is to get it done before I hit South by. But other than that, it should be done pretty soon.
Nice. And
Yeah.
we're recording this at the end of February, so it might be out by the time this airs. But it
It's
or
possible.
yeah.
Depends on you.
So and plus I'm going to, well, let's just make sure everybody knows on the show notes of this episode, if you're listening on podcast or on the website, if you're listening on the radio, just go to starttocontinue.com. You'll see Lex's information, contact, and website and Bandcamp and whatever, as much as I could put on there. And I'll also link up the video to Artist Anthem, because that's really awesome too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I forgot I did that one.
Yeah, I think that was the first music video I saw of yours, and I was like, oh, that's really awesome. So are you doing anything else with video? Like, are you gonna, do you try to make like how many music videos do you try to make? Like one per album, or just whatever hits you?
Oh god, no. It's like I try to make one every month, but I know it's not realistic. So maybe like one every like 2 or 3 months. But I already have 3 for this last album. So Artist
Wow.
Anthem, Peep Game, and Psych Major, right? And like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna make a 4th one because I don't really know if any of the other songs lend themselves to a music video, but if I come up with something and it hits me and I think it's good for a music video, then I will make it, right?
Yeah.
But music videos are also very time consuming,
Yeah, they are,
extremely
yeah.
like extremely expensive. So like just booking spaces, like getting locations and like, there's a variety of different things that go into it, like,
Right.
costuming. I bought some costumes for this last one. It's just like an expensive endeavor, and like I use like the funds that I receive on Patreon to pay for that.
Mhm.
And that's why I also release other video content on Patreon. One of the examples being behind the scenes videos of how I created, so I
Oh.
always have a bunch of like, B-side footage that is hilarious because filming on a set, especially like on the DIY like guerrilla filmmaking set, is always hilarious. So I have a bunch of like just stupid, ridiculous B-side footage that, I accumulate after a video shoot, and I always have that. I always, kind of hoard that because every single bit of content is important in case I can use it in the future.
Yeah.
So I put that together in like a little like B-side reel. There is a B-side that you can see for Artist Anthem, like that exists and it's public. But I recently released another B-side for Why We Do, and that's not public. That's only on Patreon.
That's part 1 of my interview with Lex the Lexicon Artist. Go to starttocontinue.com or the show notes on this show if you want to know more about Lex, if you want to know any links or any of that, any information, check out starttocontinue.com. There's going to be links there, and like I said, the full entire interview. We're going to get part 2 next week, but I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you next time. This has been Press Start to Continue on Valley Free Radio, WXOJOP 103.3 FM, Northampton, Massachusetts. Have a great night.
This show is part of the PlanetSide Productions Network. For more information, please visit www.planetside.pro, and thank you for listening.